Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the show once again. Today I have another Ford quick tip for you, and it's going to be on power steering pump removal. Now, a lot of situations when you're repairing other components on the engine, like I'm doing a timing job here, you need to also remove the power steering pump. Now, what Ford does is they use the two top holes right here. Let me show you. Right here and here, they'll always use those to mount it to the block, but there's two holes just like this down below. Now there's one in the rear, which they started using later on, but in the beginning, let me get you down in here, they were using this one right here. Now how you gonna get that out when the high pressure line is right here? You definitely don't want to touch the high pressure line because a lot of times they break. This nut on here, this jam nut on here gets rounded off. It's just a mess. So what do? You don't want to deal with that, but you need to pump off to the front cover or something else in the vehicle. Well, what you use is something like this. You're going to use a gear wrench in there. The regular one's non-flex head, and it'll fit right up in there. It'll get past that hard line, the high pressure line, and you can get in there and wrench it off. Now you're probably thinking, well, isn't that just going to back out and wedge against the high pressure line? Well, yes, but what you're doing is you're taking your two top bolts out first, loosening it from the block, you're loosening it down here, and as you wrench it and loosen it, it's going to come away from the block. So you're not actually going to wedge it against that high pressure line. And then the same thing going back in. You'll have room in there to get it out and flip it around. You get it in there, get it started, and you can wrench it all the way back in, leaving that troublesome high pressure line intact. So I'll give a quick demonstration down in here to show you guys how it's done basically. It's kind of hard to get in here and record, but I'll show you. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see this. So I'm using the gear wrench. I'm getting up inside of there, and it can be a little tight to get in there at first. Okay, but it's on. You can see it right there. So it's right there between the high pressure line fitting and the bolt head itself. So we'll start loosening it. The pump is already loosened from the block. So as this turns out, okay, our pump is going to fall away from the block. So you'll see, you can see its pump wore out too, but you'll see I'll be able to remove this still. I'm gonna get in here, and right now it's coming away from the block. It's falling away from the block because the rest of the bolts are out. Okay, and you'll be able to get in here without it wedging. You can see it actually fell out right there because there is plenty of room. It works great. It saves a huge headache. Let me give you your window back there, guy. And it's one of those time-saving quick tips. She's ready to fall out. There it is. See, it's wedged in there. Pull the slack on the bolt, straighten the line out, and out it comes. There's your wrench, ready to flip around to go back in when the other repairs are done. So it works out great and can save you a real headache.